Hello and welcome to my channel, Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your daily reading for the 30th of August. So nearly at the end of the August and at the end of the August. I can't speak. I don't know what's going on. This Mercury retrograde is really messing with me. The amount of times suddenly I'm having to do things twice. I actually went to publish, thought I'd scheduled a reading over the weekend and it didn't schedule. Somehow it didn't work. And I'm like, what is going on? Mercury in Virgo, and Virgo is actually my 10th house of career. So this Mercury in retrograde is really affecting my work in some way. Here we start to see, yes, the moon card coming out, the card of the Pisces full moon. So the Pisces full moon is on the 31st. So this is the day before we are starting to see that beautiful illumination come through with the moon card right next to the Queen of Cups, which is the Queen of Water, the divine feminine going within, and something's been quite illuminated to you under the surface that has been potentially a challenge or a test that's coming through. And then the question is, some of these feelings could come up quite quickly as well. So there could be a sharpness to it, is kind of what I'm getting, the Page of Pentacles. But there's this, it kind of can spur you into action with these two knights. The knights are heading in different directions, but we have the Five of Cups coming in as well. So yeah, the Five of Cups is interesting. A lot of emotions. I think that we'll start feeling that, being a full moon in a water sign. And a Pisces full moon can be a very emotionally sensitive as well. So it could be that people are saying things and doing things that are triggering you more so than any other time as well. There could be some kind of past or old hurt that's coming up, some old emotional story that's coming up here with the Five of Cups. It's starting to raise its head here, and we're kind of seeing that there has been, maybe this is something you've been struggling with and been carrying around for a while. So this Knight of Swords wants to spur into action, but like I said, this is fast moving energy. So it could be the moon, and moon wants to, it's fluctuations of emotions and feelings, and next to what's going on inside your mind and these fast fluctuations, it could feel a little bit like, whoa, I'm feeling this way, this thing one moment, and this thing the next moment. I'm feeling things, it could feel quite flighty, even like your emotions. You could just be feeling two different ways, but it could also be like something's being shown to you as in an old story that's coming up, an old emotional story that's coming up, that you're on this quest to kind of determine to take that on, and to, something inside your mind is like, right, yes, we're going to look at this. We're going to take action with what we're seeing and thinking here. And so the Knight of Pentacles is saying the best approach really is a grounded approach, a very slow, patient, grounded approach, rather than a reactive. We could be feeling quite reactive, emotionally reactive, but the Knight of Pentacles is saying, let's think about the longer term future. Let's throw a longer timeline on here. The Knight of Pentacles is going towards the future. So it's very much like, I want to bring something really grounded into the future here that feels more stable, that feels, So it very much, I think there's a real up-down energy. I would expect that there's a few, challenging emotions around with this. But this Knight of Pentacles is kind of like the woo at the end of it, like the salvation. The salvation presents itself and is here. So as we can see, the moon right in the center there, this is actually the major arcana for Pisces. And we see the dogs howling at the moon, and the moon does rule dogs as well. So it's very much is, the dogs might go a bit, you might notice some change in their behavior over the moon period as well. But I think that there's a lot that you're processing inside your mind about how you're feeling about something or someone, a situation. But like I said, we've got Mars in the mix as well in Libra, trying to kind of see both sides and be diplomatic, but it's a bit like a bull in a china shop Mars just kind of is not diplomatic and is not very considerate of other people. So it's kind of like somebody might be saying something with the best of intention, but it might not land particularly well. And it be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, but yes, you have hurt me. And yeah, it could be a lot of that kind of misunderstandings and things like that, and then trying to fix it. And then it could be a little bit like that. So the stability is there with the Knight of Pentacles. This is saying, don't rush to any conclusions here. Take your time to think. A slow and steady approach is the best way with all these kind of fluctuations of emotions that could be coming in around this. So that is kind of like, it's an interesting little journey moving into this Pisces full moon. And the Pisces full moon, yeah, it can actually be a very beautiful and harmonious and spiritual moon as well. But because we've got Saturn at play here, it's conjuncting Saturn, it's potentially going to have a different energy. But this looks like chaos to me. It looks like, everybody's kind of in different pages, facing different directions. There's warring parties. It's just like, oh, okay, what's going on here? So I think that a lot is potentially being stirred up with this one, and not necessarily to buy into the story that comes up really quickly, to understand that this could be an old story and that there's a new way forward with the Knight of Pentacles that could be more stable. So that is the reading for August the 29th. I think there's going to be some tricky waters going into this full moon. And thanks so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care.